that likes like, you know, Wendy's giving 2 thumbs up. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna mute you guys. Feel free to, if you ever can't hear me or anything, please feel free to unmute yourself and tell me. And then let's get started. And let's get started in a seat. So seated meditation. If you want to sit on a block or a bolster or any sort of prop, please feel free. And then just find your way into stillness. So if you want to kind of get your wiggles out for a moment and then eventually settle in. So when you're ready, just sit with your eyes closed and your hands resting in your lap, or if you want, you can bring your hands to your heart, or one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Just take a moment to become more present. Take a moment to feel yourself in the space that you are in. So take in the sounds around you, take in the temperature and the texture of the air around you. Feel the ground underneath you. And then start to tune into your inner space, so the space inside of your body. Noticing your breath. Notice any sensations, physical, energetic, and even emotional. So maybe there's some emotions present for you today, maybe not. Just notice. And then next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. Maybe you sit up just a little taller, take up more space, hold at the top of your breath. Big open mouth sigh, let it go. Ah. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, fill up. Hold in fullness. Extra little sip. And then side out your mouth, release. Ah. Last time, huge inhalation all the way down into low belly, low back, pelvis. Extra sip at the top, maybe 2 extra sips even. And then when you're ready, just open your mouth and side out, let it go. You can come right into your Ujjayi breath if you want, or for a moment, you can just breathe in your natural way. And as you sit, start to draw the teeniest, tiniest little circles with the crown of your head. So, sorry if that doesn't make sense. It's like your entire body is moving around your middle. It's like if there was a pencil attached to the top of your head, and your head could touch the ceiling. You'd be drawing the little tiniest little circles. So if somebody looked at you, they'd be like, is that person moving or are they being still? I'm not really sure. So just little tiny circles, keep your eyes closed. And what we are doing here is trying to establish more somatic awareness, more body awareness. Reverse those little teeny tiny baby circles. So if you were to open your eyes and look at me right now, you can probably tell I'm moving in little circles, but it's not super obvious. Drawing those little baby circles, just rotating around your midline, like there's a plumb line going down your center. Let's reverse them again. This time we're going to make big circles. So as you exhale, you're going to pull back. And as you inhale, open your heart. Exhale, pull back and around. Inhale, come forward, open your heart. And if you've done Kundalini before, these are called Sufi grinds. They actually don't use Ujjayi breath. It's just a strong, powerful breath in and out through your nose. And they move pretty quickly. And I don't really like the word aggressively, but sometimes it feels like there's a little bit of like power behind the movement. And if you don't like moving in this way, you can go slow, totally. But just feel that movement of your upper body and feel the movement now and kind of the flexibility of your spine, almost like it's a rubber band. Reverse your circles, opposite direction, one more time. Strong, powerful inhales and exhales in and out through your nose. Good job, you guys. Take about 3 more rounds. And then come to stillness, just sit and feel the energy that's flowing through you now. Now see if you can tap into Ujjayi breath. Slow, steady. Now see if you can create that whisper noise in the back of your throat. And whenever you're ready, take this Ujjayi breath and let's come forward to hands and knees. So tabletop position, bring your knees at least hip-width distance apart. And we're gonna thread the needle, but we're not gonna thread and hold right away. So listen carefully. Inhale, reach your right arm out and up. As you exhale, thread your right arm underneath. Reach as far as you can, keep hovering. Inhale, open up again, reach up again. Exhale, thread your right arm through, but hover above the ground. So you're pressing through your left hand, your core is strong. Inhale, one more time, open up. Exhale, thread it through, hover for a moment, feel your strong core, and then set everything down gently. Take just about 3 or 4 deep breaths. Breathe a lot into your back body. And connect to your center at the bottom of each exhale. If you happen to have your left hand lifted off the ground, set it back down. And then on an inhalation, unthread your right arm, reach it out and up. Exhale, set your right hand down. And let's take it back to down dog for a moment. Lift your hips, pedal it out. From your down dog, if you want, invitation to turn it into a turbo dog. Bend your elbows, hug your elbows in, forearms hover just an inch or so above the ground. Use your strong core to lift your hips. Maybe stretch through the backs of your legs. Couple more big deep breaths. And then bottom of your next exhalation, come back down to hands and knees, tabletop. We're going to thread the needle on our left side. So make sure your knees are at least hip-width distance. Take left arm out and up. Breathe in here. And then exhale, thread it through, reach and hover. Empty out in your breath. Inhale, unthread, reach out and up. Exhale, thread it through. Reach, reach, reach. Feel your strong core. Inhale, unwind, reach out and up. So your last time. Exhale, thread it through, hover, hover, reach, reach, and then gently come down to rest outside of shoulder, outside of head. About 3 to 5 rounds, anywhere you want to take it, if you want to explore, but just use your strong, powerful Ujjayi breath. If your right hand happens to be lifted, set it back down. And then on an inhale, unthread your left arm, reach it out and up one more time. Exhale, left hand down. Downward facing dog. Lift your hips, walk it up. I'm sorry, I'll turn my computer on Do Not Disturb. I don't know why it's making that noise. All right, friends, so a couple more rounds in your dog pose, just feeling into it. If you want to turn it into a turbo dog, you're more than welcome to. And whenever you're ready, just start to crawl your hands to the back of your yoga mat and come into a forward fold. So all the weight eventually is just in your feet. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bow and fold. Let's do that once more. Lift halfway, lengthen your spine, telescope your ribs. Feel your strong core, stay connected. Exhale, fold. And then just like that, but all the way up. So come through your halfway lift, continue to rise, reach your arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Bring your palms together, so bend your elbows, press your palms together like they're suction cupped, and kind of squeeze your elbows towards one another. And then, this is different, start to draw big or little circles, it doesn't matter, little or big circles with your hands like this. Fast as you can go, like you just throw them into the washing machine. Circle, 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 circle. Reverse, other way. You should feel a heat building in your shoulders. Keep circling. Woo! All right, let's stretch. So reach your knuckles back, open through the front of your shoulders. One more in-breath here. Now keep your clasp, hinge at your hips all the way down. Hang out in your fold with your fingers interlaced. If it feels good, let your knees bend a lot. Let your head be heavy. Lift your butt up, lift your knuckles up. Big deep breaths. Feel that stretch in the front of your shoulders. Breathe into it. One more inhale. Exhale, hands to low back. Release your clasp. Let your arms come down. Halfway lift. And then from your halfway lift, bring your fingertips or hands to your mat and start to crawl them forward. See if you can be light and graceful, like you're an animal, like you're a four-legged creature. Come to a plank position. So shoulders over wrists. Hips level with shoulders, spread your fingers wide. If you want to come to your knees, feel free to take a big inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, strong straight line all the way down. Let's take a Sphinx pose. So forearms on the ground, elbows under shoulders. And then draw your belly button in and up. Press down through your shoelaces. And try to reach your tailbone down towards your heels. Take one more inhale here. This is weird and this is hard. Here's your core work. Exhale, press into the tops of your feet. See if you can start to lift your hips, your knees, even your shins. Round your spine, curl in. Chin to chest, navel to spine, curl in. Try to round. Take one more big deep breath. So strong. And come back down, lift your heart, Sphinx pose, stretch through your front body. Reach your tailbone towards your heels to protect low back. One more inhale, and then release it down. Bring your hands to frame the outside of your mid-ribs. Press up to a tabletop position. All right, from tabletop, let's find really sturdy position on all fours. So spread your fingers and push down. Draw your belly button in and up. Back of your neck is long, so your gaze is down. Take your right arm forward, left leg back, spinal balance. So right arm, left leg. Strong, straight, powerful line of energy. Notice if your belly is dropping down, if your front ribs are spreading. Try to draw your belly button in and up. Take one more inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee, slowly. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, elbow to knee, slowly. Move through molasses. Inhale, re-extend. Stay strong and powerful. Exhale, elbow to knee, last one. Inhale, lengthen. Now exhale, set your right hand down. Pivot on your right knee, moving into a modified side plank. So open up, left arm to the sky. See if you can squeeze through your outer right butt cheek and let the front of your hips open more. Maybe left arm forward, bicep next to your ear. Maybe you bend your left knee, reach back and grab your left foot. Kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Try not to kick your foot up, but kick your foot back. Let your heart open, let the front of your hips open. Breathe. Wherever you are at, 2 more big deep breaths. Good job, you guys. Slowly, let's release. Tabletop, hands and knees. From hands and knees, back down to forearms. This time we're setting up for dolphin. So grab opposite elbows if that helped you. And then forearms either parallel, palms face down, fingers spread wide, or make a tripod for a little less intensity. Relax your neck. Push down through your forearms, feel your strong shoulders. Lift your knees, lift your hips. Walk your toes as close as you can, lift your hips as high as you can. Lift, lift, lift. Stay where you're at. If you want to play, you're welcome to. If you want to extend one leg, then the other, you're welcome to. If you want to hold, just hold. Hug in with your upper arms. Press down through the belly of your forearms. Press your heart back. Breathe big, deep breaths. Use your breath to hold and support you. You got this. 2 more rounds. You know it's hard. I know it's challenging. And with your next exhale, everything to the ground. Knees come down. Child's, embryo. Whatever feels good. If you want to lay flat on your belly. Just reconnect to your slow, deep breaths. Downward facing dog. Okay, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee to your nose, scoop out your belly. Stay here, inhale and see if you can round more, push the ground away. Exhale, soft as you can, step forward, low lunge. And then hands up to your front thigh. Kind of lean forward for a moment. Press into your front thigh, draw your belly button in and up so you feel your strong core. Whenever you're ready, lean forward, float your back foot off the ground. You can stay right here, hips square, spine long, or take your right arm forward. So right arm forward, left leg back, big, long, strong line of energy. If it's helpful, bend your standing leg. Try to keep your hips square. Your spine is in a halfway lift. Take one last big, huge breath wherever you're at. And then crescent lunge. So step your left toes to the back of your mat, arms to the sky. Reach up high, settle in, breathe. Strong legs. Ah. Good job, friends. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, let's open it up to a warrior two. So just pivot your back heel down, cartwheel your arms open. You might even gaze down at your feet and adjust if needed. So right toes face forward, left toes directly to the left. Your weight is nice and centered. Next inhalation, side angle, reach forward, reach, reach, reach. And then right elbow might come to right thigh, left arm to the sky. You could also reach left arm forward. Some people, if you want more core, you could go for, this is John Cottrell's Victorious Warrior. So make a V with your arms, use your obliques. If there's a half or a full bind you want to take, go for it. So this is yours, make it your own. About 3 more rounds. Heart open, hips open, strong legs. Strong through those right side obliques, you got this. From the press of your feet, next time you inhale, come back up to warrior two. Let's straighten out our front leg, parallel your feet. So all of your toes now face the long edge of your mat. Arms reach up, breathe in. Exhale, stick your butt out, reach your heart forward, take it all the way down into your wide-legged straddle. And about 5 rounds of breath, anywhere you want to go here. So feel free to move around or just be still and breathe. Stay in your body. Feel your big, spacious breaths. All right, my friends, next time you inhale, halfway lift, fingertips on the ground, so bend your knees as much as you need to. Walk your hands to the top of your mat. Rotate your toes forward so you're back in low lunge. Now listen, this is a big movement. Root into your right foot. We're going to come all the way up to a standing staff. If you need to, you can use your left toes to help you up. So standing staff, left knee is lifted, arms reach up, flex your left toes. Hug in with your inner thighs. Find your center, feel your strong core. One more inhale here. As you exhale, curtsy squat, hands to heart. Swing your left leg around, left toes off the right edge of your mat, bend both knees. So pull right hip back, left hip forward. Try to square off your hips, squeeze your inner thighs, take little pulses now with your legs. Tone your low belly, navel to spine. Try to keep your spine long rather than bending over or looking down at the ground, leaning forward. As low as you can go, hold and take one last breath. Inhale, high mountain, both feet on your mat, both arms reach up, stretch. Exhale, dive all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank. Pause in your plank. Side plank, right hand is your base, roll onto baby toe edge of right foot. If you want to modify, you know where to go. Right knee can come down. Lift your hips high, left arm might reach forward, left leg might float up. If you want to take a variation with your left leg, go for it. Give yourself about 2 more rounds. Feel that strong right side of your body, those oblique muscles. Breathe. Very end of your next exhale, slow motion, plank or modified. Stay strong through your core. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, back bend of your choice, heart opener of your choice. And then just sit back for a moment in your child's pose. Rest, breathe. Reconnect to your ujjayi. All right, tabletop, hands and knees. So spread your fingers. And a lot of us kind of tend to just let our low belly drop down. Whole navel to spine. It's almost like you're puffing up through your low back. Strong core. It's like you're bracing around your middle, keeping it nice and strong. Left arm forward, right leg back this time, spinal balance. So as you reach, try to keep your strong core. Press through your right fingertips. Back of your neck is long. One more inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee slowly. Move through honey with your arm and your leg. Re-extend, inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee, curl in, round your spine. Inhale, re-extend. Last one, elbow to knee. Push the ground away. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left hand comes down. Pivot on your left knee so your left foot comes to the outside of your mat like a little kickstand. Right arm up, modified side plank. See if you can squeeze through your outer left glute, that medial glute. Get it to engage, open through the front of your hips. Maybe right arm forward, right leg reaches back nice and long, or bend your right knee, reach back, grab hold of your foot. Kick foot in the hand, pull hand back into foot, let your heart open wide. Wherever you happen to be, 2 more deep breaths. Good job, you guys. Slow release. Hands and knees, tabletop. Set up for another dolphin. Just 1 more. So down to forearms. If it's helpful, grab opposite elbows. Forearms parallel or tripod. Relax your neck. Push the ground away. Tuck your toes and lift up. Hips high, strong through your core. Keep hugging in through your upper arms. Relax your neck. If you want to play, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, imagine you're trying to press your heart back. Lift your hips higher. Don't let your elbows drift apart. About 3 more. Try not to roll onto your pinky toes. Stay rooted through your big toe mounts. Lift your butt. Soften your face. Last big deep breath. Come on down, knees come down, rest. Child's embryo, puppy, you choose whatever would feel good. Slow, deep, open mouth size. And then as you're ready, my friends, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. All right. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly. Stay here as you breathe in. Push the ground away. Shoulders over, wrists on your back. Tiptoes. Step forward softly. Hands up to your front thigh. So almost like a crescent lunge, but just bring your hands to your front thigh. And find stability. Hug in. Draw your belly button in and up. Puff up your low back. Stay connected to your center, and as you're ready, lean forward. Try to keep your hips nice and square. Try to keep your low belly drawing in and up. Back leg strong, back foot active. Stay where you're at or reach your left arm forward. Left arm forward, right leg back, long, strong, powerful line. Hips stay square. And one last huge breath, your personal fullest expression. See if you can land in a crescent lunge slowly and softly. So right toe step back. Ooh, arms reach up eventually and just settle in. Ujjayi, slow, steady. Good job. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, let's open it up. Warrior two. Back heel pivots down. If you need to, you can even look down, kind of adjust. Weight is nice and centered. Your left butt cheek, that front butt cheek, wrap it underneath and make sure your front knee is tracking towards your pinky toe. Next time you breathe in, try to slide your rib cage forward and reach, 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 reach. When you can't reach anymore, left elbow to left thigh, right arm up. Or maybe you want to take that victorious warrior variation, some extra oblique work. Maybe you want to bind or even just half bind is fine. You do you. About 3 more deep breaths. Heart stays open, hips stay open, feet stay grounded and strong, both edges, all 4 corners if your feet have corners. All right, rise back up. So press into your feet, use your strong core, rise up, straighten your front leg and parallel your feet. Arms to the sky, inhale, and exhale, dive down. Anywhere you want to take this, wide-legged forward folds. Anywhere you want to go. So you can use this as more of a relaxation or more of a challenge or playful pose. So you could even play with handstand hops, headstand. Couple more breaths, friends. Halfway lift with your next inhale, fingertips on the ground. And then start to crawl your hands to the top of your mat, low lunge. So all of your toes face forward again. From your low lunge, we've got that big dynamic movement all the way up, standing staffs. Right knee lifts, flex your toes. Hug in with your inner thighs. Reach up high, breathe. One more inhale here, standing staff. And then exhale, curtsy squat, hands to heart, articulate through your right hip, swing your right leg around, right toes off the left edge of your mat. Square your hips off, so left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward, inner thighs squeeze. Bend both knees and take those little pulses. Try to keep your heart lifted, belly tone, navel to spine, tailbone reaches down rather than sticking out and behind you. All right, friends, as low as you can go and hold there. One more big deep breath. Inhale, high mountain, stretch, lengthen. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank, pause, side plank. So left face, roll onto the baby toe edge of left foot. You're more than welcome to take modified. So we've been there, go for it. So your personal fullest expression on this side, whatever that looks like, whatever that feels like, take 2 more deep breaths. Soften your face. Very end of your exhale, plank or modified. Find your strength first. Inhale at the top. And take it down slowly. Inhale, heart opener of your choice, back bend of your choice. And then just give yourself a moment. Rest back in child's pose. All right, let's switch into a slightly more restorative gear now. So maybe not like full throttle restore, but let's just get a lot softer. I think we've done enough hard work. All right, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, pigeon pose, right shin to the top of your space, set your body down gently. If you want to take this on your back or in a seat, please feel free. Otherwise, set yourself up. So pull your right butt cheek back and up. Try not to let your right butt cheek just rest on the ground. So back and up, and heart goes forward and down. Your right knee should be towards the outer right edge of your mat. And give it about 5 to 10 breaths. So we'll be here for a little bit. And your breath down into your hips. Soften with your exhales. Let's take about 4 or 5 more. All right, and then slowly, so last big breath if you want, exhale out your mouth. Slowly start to find your way up. We're gonna come into a seat now. So however you want to get there, or you can just kind of flap over onto your outer right hip, swing your back leg around. Give your legs a nice little shaky shake. Okay, and then from a seat, we're gonna come all the way down onto our back. Hug your knees in and just rock gently side to side. Keep your right knee drawn in and set your left foot on the ground. Extend your right leg straight up now, hands behind your right thigh. Take a moment and roll out your right ankle. So get your right leg as straight as you can, but if you need to bend your right knee so it doesn't pull on your low back, bend your right knee, that's totally fine. Like my husband has to bend his right knee like a ton, where he hates this pose so much. So do what you gotta do, bend your right knee. And you can absolutely, as you're rolling out your ankle, you can stay where you're at, or you can slide your left leg forward and imagine a heavy sandbag on top of your left thigh. All right, flex your toes back now, everybody. Press through your heel. And you can choose to stay right here. This is perfect. Otherwise, we're gonna add a little more core. So option to lift your upper body and walk your hands up the length of your right leg. Think forehead toward chin, nose toward knee, and then hover your left leg above the ground. Draw your low belly down. And if you want to stay right here, stay right here. Or more core, reach your arms forward. So you're using your core to lift your upper body, reach forward. Stay here. Or little tiny pulses at the top. So reach, reach, reach. Draw low belly down wherever you're at. Couple more big deep breaths. If you're pulsing, like 4 little breaths. Good job, you guys. Everybody, let it all go. So bend your right knee, relax your upper body, relax your left leg. Hug your right knee up towards your right armpit. So hands around the front of your right shin and squeeze, 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 squeeze. Half happy baby with your right leg. Hold down with your arm, press up through your heel, flex your toes. Your left leg is still extended. Imagine a heavy sandbag on top of your left thigh. Try to create a neutral spine here. Take one more deep breath in your half happy baby. And then release your right leg, full body stretch, arms long, legs long. Notice if when you reach, your ribs lift a lot. And see if you can press your back ribs towards the ground, even a little bit as you reach long. So more neutral spine as you extend. Take one more inhale. And then draw your knees towards your belly. Little rock side to side at first. And then you can get there your own way, but invitation to rock and roll along your spine for about 5 or 6 rocks. So use some core. You should feel like you're in control. You could stop at any time, but you still do have a little bit of momentum going. And then eventually after 5 or 6 rocks, we're gonna come to hands and knees. So you'll rock up, cross your ankles, plant your hands, and just bring your legs behind you. You can kind of crawl back a little bit. We haven't done our intuitive movement, so let's intuitively move from hands and knees for a moment. Feel around anything that would feel good or interesting or curious. Anything that needs a little extra love. And if you want to move through a vinyasa to get there, feel free. In your next couple of breaths, down dog. Back in your down dog, just feel, stretch, breathe. Notice right side versus left side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, pigeon pose, left shin forward. Body comes down nice and easy. And if you'd rather take this on your back or in a seat, please do so. Otherwise, remember, try not to let your left butt cheek just collapse down. So you want to find that hugging in sensation. You want to plug the femur bones into the hip sockets. Keep that. Keep pulling your left hip back and up as you take your heart forward and down. Big, spacious breaths. About 10 of them. So you will be here a little while rather than anticipating, when am I done with this pigeon? Just be with it. Go towards that sensation. Get curious about it. Breathe into it even more. Visualize it. About halfway there. Take about 5 more breaths. Sigh it out to your mouth anytime. Soften your face, your jaw. Your shoulders, your heart space. Last couple of breaths. And then slowly ease your upper body back upright, or however you are transitioning, we will meet in a seated position. So I'm just gonna sit over onto my left butt cheek, swing my back leg around. Once your legs are out in front of you, give them a nice little shake out. And this time, option to get down onto your back using some core if you want to. So make sure you have plenty of space behind you, legs forward, squeeze your legs together, reach your arms forward, hollow out your belly, and one vertebra at a time, lower down. Try not to lift your legs, squeeze them together. If they lift a little bit, that's okay. One vertebra at a time. And once you get to the very bottom, maybe a full body stretch. But eventually, my friends, hug your knees in and just gently rock it out side to side. Okay, right foot on the ground, knee bent. Extend your left leg up and bring your hands behind your left thigh. And remember, you can bend your knees as much as you need to. Start to roll out your ankle. As you're rolling out your ankle, at any point, if you want to extend your right leg forward, just slide your right foot forward, go for it. For now, imagine there's a heavy sandbag on your right thigh. Feel that movement, that rotation through your ankle joint. All those little snap, crackle, pops, perhaps. Eventually, just flex your toes, dorsal flexion. See if you can even get your little baby pinky toe to flex back. Stay here if you want to and just work this stretch. Otherwise, adding some core. Start to lift your upper body. Walk your hands up the length of your leg. Think forehead toward chin, nose toward knee. And then float your right leg about 1 foot above the ground. Draw your low belly down. You can stay right here. Use your arms. Hold onto your leg. Or reach your arms forward. So now you're using your core. Reach, reach, reach. You can take those little pulses if you want. Pulse, pulse. Try not to do it with your head like I was just doing. But use your strong core. Reach, reach, reach. Keep your toes active. Keep your low back pressing down. Last couple of breaths. And everybody let it all go. So your right leg comes down, bend your left knee, neutral spine, hug left knee up towards your armpit. Hands around the front of your shin or back of your thigh. Give your knee a big squeeze. Take a big Buddha belly breath. Half happy baby with your left leg. Go for a neutral spine. Good job, you guys. And then release your left leg, full body stretch. And as you reach, see if you can press your back ribs down a little more than usual. Draw both knees in, start with that rock side to side. And then eventually rock and roll forward and back a few times. And this time, we're just gonna rock up to a seated position. So rock up to a seat when you're ready. And from a seat, find a comfortable seat. Both arms down by your sides. Let's just do a little bit of neck work. So let your right ear just fall towards your right shoulder. Right ear, right shoulder. And keep both arms down by your sides, both shoulders relaxed. You can stay here or bring your right hand up to the left side of your head above your ear. And just a little bit of gentle pressure. Press hand into head, head back into hand. Gentle pressure, gentle being the key word. Soft through your face. And if you want, your left fingertips can reach out to the left, down towards the ground. Reach a little bit forward, reach a little bit back. Notice how that might change the sensation. You could also wrap your forearm behind your low back if you want. Take about 2 or 3 more breaths. Soft face, long spine. Try not to do any extra work with your shoulders. Wherever you've got your arms, let both arms come back to your sides. And then chin to chest, so let your head roll forward. And like you're drawing the teeniest, tiniest little smiley faces with the crown of your head, just back and forth a little bit, side to side a little bit. You could even think of drawing those little tiny smiley faces with your chin against your chest. And eventually left ear over towards your left shoulder. So just getting to that other side. And if you're doing opposite, that's fine, but just make sure you get both sides. So left ear, left shoulder, stay right here, or left hand comes up to the right side of your head above your ear. And then that ever so gentle pressure, press hand into head, head back into hand. So that should just intensify the stretch in the side of your neck ever so slightly, getting into your muscles a little more perhaps than before. Option to reach your right arm out, but keep reaching your fingertips slightly down. And maybe even reach a little forward, reach a little back. Notice if that changes the stretch. And if you want to, you can wrap your forearm across your low back. Breathe into that space in the side of your neck, even from your ear down to your shoulder. About 3 more rounds. Try not to put any extra effort in places that don't need to be efforting. Good job. Wherever you've got your arms, let your arms come down by your sides. Same as we did before, chin to chest. And then just ever so gently, those little smiley faces back and forth. If you want, option to circle your head all the way around. Just be super, super aware that when you take your head back, you're not just collapsing it back, you're extending it back. So a lot of times people just let their head fall back, and that's actually like tons of weight for your neck to hold if it's not engaged properly. And if you're taking those full circles, just reverse them, take a few the other way. All right, my friends, chin to chest, so find your way there. And then just lift your head up to stack over your spine. And then just ever so slowly gaze from side to side. Just slowly, mindfully, nothing moves except your head from your neck. Shoulders stay still, upper body stays still, arms stay still. Very nice. Bring it back to center and then all the way down onto your back. Full happy baby once you get down onto your back. Rock it out for a moment in your happy baby. You can extend one or both legs. You could bring your feet together. You could bring your legs together. Eventually, move into any inversion that you would like for about 10 rounds of breath. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go get some sound tools from my basement. So yeah, any inversion for 10 breaths, or if you want to take a couple different inversions, totally fine. All right, got my tools. And then as you are ready, start to find your way out of your inversion. And if there are any finishing movements or any counter poses you want to take, go for it. Eventually just start to find your way into your final relaxation. Start to find your way into either the traditional corpse pose, or maybe there's some other position you want to take. If you have props at your house you want to use, even if you wanted to swaddle yourself up in a blanket, make yourself really nice and comfortable. And then just slowly begin to drop in. So, and maybe I shouldn't even say slowly, just let yourself drop in. Let your breath become effortless. Let your muscles just relax so you don't have to do anything now to hold yourself up. And for these last few moments, just give yourself this time and this space. Not to do anything at all, not to fix or solve, even in your mind, but simply just allow yourself to be and to take in that energy and even aliveness that comes from just being. And I'll play my bowls and percussion instruments, but if at any time it's like not working for you, or if it's not working over the speakers of Zoom, feel free to just put me on mute. Do your own little shavasana on your own. You can turn on your own music if you need. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Just start to wiggle through fingers and toe. And eventually roll to either side. And as you rest on your side, just really let your practice sink in, absorb in. Maybe you even imagine that. Use your imagination in some way. Just visualize it. And use the strength in your arms to guide yourself up into seated meditation. So right back where we began. Close your eyes. Sit up tall. Gather your hands to your own heart. And just bow your head to your own heart. And acknowledge yourself for taking time out of your day to do your practice. To connect with yourself more intentionally, more deeply. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. Namaste. Okie dokie artichokes. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm so bad at this flute, but I can't get it. My fingers. I just keep trying. I'm like, I don't even care if it sounds bad.
It was awesome.
I gotta take something. But yeah,
That was perfect. Thank you so much.
I love you guys. See you next week, hopefully.
See you.
Bye.
Yes. Thanks, Katie.
Thanks. See you later. Okay.